Thank you.
Hey guys, what is up? I'm finally back at it again. Today we're doing another replay analysis, just so I can get things going again. I know I uploaded an Ahri video not too long ago, but this is probably one of my favorite champs to play just because of the high skill cap and I don't know, it's just really fun to play, especially around middle late game when you can start ulting around. It's definitely a lot to take in and a lot of different options that you can be doing. But it's been a lot of fun. I recently started playing Ahri probably at the end of season 6. Just started picking her up. I just kind of like one-tricked her at the end of the season, normal games, ranked games, whatever. Just like get as much experience as I could on her. And quick before the game starts too, I would like to thank everyone again for all the support so far. I do want to know how you guys like the new intro. That took about a day to actually find out how to do it and get it put together, but I really like it. I hope you guys do too. Let me know how you like it down in the comment section below, and also let me know what champs you'd like to see me play. Right now, all the games I've been playing and recording have been, I think, mostly just ranked games during the preseason. Now, beginning of this season. Let me know how you guys did in your placements too, if you do play. I ended the season last season Gold 5, and I do plan on climbing a lot further this season now that I've actually started to take the game a little more serious. I don't know, it was a little recreational at first, but I started off 5-1 with my placements, and then I just kind of dropped the ball, and I ended, I think, 6-4, 7-3. This matchup right here against Katarina, she did get after her rework, and this last patch she got buffed. A lot of people have been playing her. She has really high mobility, which is very bad matchup to say the least for Ahri, just because all of her abilities other than her W are skill shots, so it's something that Katarina could dodge. But level 1 and 2, I just kind of try to use my range advantage, the Q and Thunderlords with an auto attack just to get some early damage off, really abuse the lane and get some pressure going. So, excuse me. We both popped both of our potions. However, I do have a Doran's Ring, and my passive will let me sustain up a little bit better. She just has boots, so she's in more of a sticky situation than I would say I am in, just because she may not rely on the mana, but I could just auto attack last hit with the minions, get the mana back with the Doran's Ring. Here I've missed that Q. If not, I probably could have gotten a kill. But again, it's just pressure. I go up to see if she's backing. She is, and I just kind of want to try to shove the lane the best I could without missing anything. I Q the wave. And after this, I think I was going to go back. Yeah, I do end up going back, just so we get back to lane. The minions are under her tower, so she has a little bit of pushing out to do. Whereas by the time I get back to lane, it's probably going to be evened out. I do opt for the second Doran's Ring here just to get through the early game a little bit better, just because I went fairly quickly, and Katarina scales really well. And her damage does just erupt out of nowhere. I do ping the team that her Flash and Ignite are down, just because after she Shun Pose, she has not a lot of mobility after that, or if I land a Charm, it's going to be an easy kill. So again, I'm just throwing Qs through the waves. I'm getting Katarina with them, which is one thing you want to do with Ahri. A lot of new players try not to do that. Here, I don't know what she was thinking, diving in under tower without the minions there. I did think that she was gonna try to run back, which is why I threw the charm behind her, but she just ran forward. So I do pick up an easy kill, and I think that pretty much just settles the lane. Just because she's missed so much experience having to come back, and then die. She's missing a lot more of experience that she really needs if she wants to stay in this lane. I just kind of shove the lane again. I get level 6, and just trying to get some damage off of the tower, back off. Start warding around just because Amumu is really good at ganking, especially early levels, just because his Q will set up a lot. I just opt for the honey fruit here just because I lost sight of Garen. I did want to run up top, try to help get a kill, but come back, Q through the wave. This one thing Ahri's really good at, shoving the wave and then trying to make people fight within your minions. People don't realize that minion damage early in the game is very high. Here she dived in a little too hard, I popped the ignite and I just burst her out. I used my ult to get the last kill, the last little bit of damage. We get the dragon, which is really nice. Infernal too, just because that increases all the damage, and that in a position for us where we had a double kill bot lane, and now Jhin is pretty much just coming back from after having died a couple times to Jinx. He's getting another kill on her, so they're going to start taking that lane back. Infernal Dragon is really going to help, because right now we're just snowballing the game. Ahri isn't one of the best early game champions there are, and if I'm able to get that much pressure early and Infernal Dragon, her damage actually bounces out to where a mid laner would be at this level. Get the blue buff, run straight back to lane, and with blue buff I can just really abuse this lane, just from all the mana regen and constant Qs going through, which is what I do a little bit. Start pinging Katarina's missing just because of how mobile she is. She knows she can't win this lane now, so ping it, let the team know, and I just shove the wave in, make her miss even more minions and experience. She's back. I thought she would dive in a little more, but I missed the Q. I do want to say that Katarina is farming fairly well though. For being 0-2 at the moment, she has 36 farm. I have 42. I did miss a lot of early CS, which is one downside I have in laning. I do miss a lot of farm that I shouldn't. Again, thought she would run up, but she flashes away and I just chase her down with my ult. Last bit of damage again. People do underestimate Ahri's damage a little bit in the early game, just because after her nerfs a couple seasons ago to where they changed the increased damage after she lands her charm, and she added her mobility, people knew that she doesn't put out a lot of damage, which is very true. She's more of a snowballing champion. If she doesn't get ahead of the lane, she's not going to do anything, and if she falls behind, it takes a lot for her to catch back up. Which is why they kind of hurt her a lot with the charm buff nerf, but they made up for it with her Q mobility on the way back. She does get increased movement speed. Here again, I'm just really just applying all the pressure underneath her tower, trying to make her miss as much farm as I could. I throw out charms since I have the blue buff just to see if one would connect. I can really go for another kill. And that's all this lane's really been so far, is just a couple kills on her, and I just force her under tower. Which is really nice if you're playing against an assassin, just because if they're forced under their tower, they have to choose between attempting to roam or getting the experience in farm, which is what they need. Here she ulted, I don't know why. I land a charm immediately. I kind of waited for more of my abilities to come up before I could for another dash for the kill. I did have to burn flash there, unfortunately, and then a Mumu came up, and luckily Shyvana was at the right place at the right time, counter jungling, and she came over and finished him off. And I just run back to lane. This game is completely snowballed in our favor. I've shut down Katarina so hard. She can't fulfill her role as an assassin. Now I'm just trying to take the tower and just put as much pressure in the map that I could. I do pop a potion because I do plan on staying in lane since I was close to leveling up. I get the mana back, and then just the sustain from her passive really helps. So again, shoving the lane into the tower, and I'm making her choose between moving and getting back to lane and missing all the farm, or going for the roam. Here I believe she just kind of gave up all hope and started running around bot, top, whatever, just because she can't do anything this lane now. I do shove another wave in, and I back because I have a lot of gold. I go from Lost Chapter straight up to a Morello, and I upgrade the boots in that one back. So at this point, 11 minutes, I do have a finished Morello and finished boots with the second D ring. I can pretty much start carrying this game. I do think that Jhin overstayed bot. He was 6-3. He's 6-3 right now. He should have a lot of gold, and he's only sitting on the Warhammer and the D-Blade. And as you can tell, he just bought the Essence Reaver and a Zeal in a single buy. So one thing you guys don't want to do when you're in lane for so long is after you've collected a decent amount of gold, 11, 1200, whatever, you do want to back, just because when your lane backs and they come back, they just use all the gold that they've had, and you're still sitting on whatever you've been holding on to. So their combat stats are going to be better. You want to hurry up back, and you want to keep spending the gold that you have to make it useful. If you're sitting on 2400 gold, you're not making use of what you could be doing. I do run bot just because they overextend. They don't have a tower to back into, so I run down. I do dash into Braum's ult, which was a very well placed one. They should not have flashed here, just because there were 3 of us. I have stick potential with my mobility. Just a waste of a flash. We pick up a double kill for Jhin, and we're just putting all the pressure on the map that we need to. We do go for Dragon here. 2 people down. We had vision of their jungler in the topside jungle. So the 3 of us do start picking this up. Shyvana gets a solo kill on Katarina. Again, Katarina is 0-6 now at the moment with 62 farm. She's just not being useful for her team at all. She needs to really get things focused on, start farming, and try to make some sort of team effort. Do grab blue quick before going back. And Jhin is just getting just as fed as I was. He's 9-3, I'm 4-0. This is just our game at this point. We've been putting a lot of pressure on mid and bot. Graves is doing fairly well top 2 against Garen. Garen did get a buff recently, and a lot of people have been trying to play him in lower elo just because he's one of those champs that could play in low elo. People don't know how to react fast enough, respond. People are just kind of static. They do the same thing with every champ. Whatever, the first time they play a champ, if they did fairly well on him, they're gonna build it the same way. They look up the builds and they just kind of take it as a static thing. They don't change to the environment around them. I do believe that they should have gone around the other way. They took the same pathing I took there. I think if they went around and we kind of pinched them off, they would have we would have been able to either keep vision on them and get a double kill, or at least pick up one of them. Here I'm just kind of shoving out the bot wave, just because the wave shoving mid engine's up there, and this is just free gold, get more pressure on the bot side, and then we're able to rotate more. And that's all we have to do this game is that exact thing, just put pressure on the map. Pressure wins a lot more games than people give it credit for. Amumu did ult mid to help get that kill with Katarina on Jhin. I just kind of run in, I ult. Finish off the kill on Katarina, I just run right back around for Amumu. Unfortunately, I did miss both my charm and my Q. And that flash was back there was just to make sure I would get the kill off on Katarina. When you use your W and your ult, it prioritizes the nearest enemy champion or unit. And when you use your R flash, you do go through the animation and then the flash on top of that. So I closed off all the distance that I could with Katarina, and the orb was able to target her rather than if I were to R and then flash. After I used my R, if I were to flash after the animation had finished, I probably would have gotten a Mumu with a proc, and then I probably would have had to use something else to get Katarina. I do counter jungle here a little bit, just whatever we can deny them is just going to benefit us. We deny all their resources. They're left with whatever they get over time. Here I pick up an easy charm on a Jinx, get her flash, and again just use my ult. I did think I had a little more damage than I thought I would have to finish off there. And here we're just trying to finish this game as fast as we could. Do end up backing. I haven't backed since that last time when I finished a Morello in the boots, so I do have a lot of gold sitting at 7-0-6. And I think I was waiting here just for enough gold for another item, which was the Ludens. So buying that in a full buy is just going to really ramp up the damage. Katarina did opt for an Abyssal Scepter. I think she built that very late. I know that with her dying a lot and choosing to roam around rather than farm, it really delayed her ability to buy it, and she probably could have started a Negatron Cloak after the first time she backed, which is what a lot of people who lane against Ahri do. If they're AD, they get the Hex Drinker. If they're AP, they get an Abyssal Scepter just because she's all in. Here I do run in, finish up some kills. I did think they'd jump away. Do get a Quadra kill, and I was really excited for this penta I could have gotten. I started lagging around this moment, hence the delayed charm Q. Garen runs on, flashes me, and ults me. If I'd stayed back a little more, we did have plenty of time. Probably could have picked that up. I think Sona had ults, so if he were to run in at us, Sona could have landed an ult. I could have charmed Q in afterwards, and I probably could have gotten that. But I was greedy, and I just kind of had tunnel vision on what I wanted to do. So it's not the end of the world. That was a good Sona ult, just because Katarina's R is a channel thing, so any sort of CC will disrupt it. Shyvana's still counter juggling, which is really good, shutting the Mumu down even more. If they can't at least get gold from their jungler, they're going to have to take whatever they can get under their towers, and with the pressure that we can put the wave clear, we're going to keep everything under their towers. So we're pretty much just looking to end here. We have one inhibitor down, one open, and we have it pushed to their top side inhibitor tower. So I'm just grabbing blue buff quick. We're going to take the jungle dragon and probably just run it down. But yeah, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, be sure to drop some suggestions you'd like to see me play in the comment section below. I'll probably take them into normal games. Um, just because it's early in the season. They ended up placing me in bronze 1 for my placement matches, which is okay. Since I know my MMR wasn't really that good at the end of the season, I just kind of I tilted after I got into gold. I climbed up to gold 2 or 3, like straight away after I got in there, and I started losing a lot more, and I eventually demoted into silver. I climbed back up, demoted back into silver, climbed back up. So, that being said, with my MMR being so high now, I'm getting 25 to 30 LP a win. I'm in my series for silver at the moment. So I'll probably do some of the suggestions back in normal matches just to kind of try to climb as best as I could at the moment and have my MMR balance out. Here we're just clearing out the waves. We have super minions pushing in. We just took the bottom inhib, so all we need to do is get those minions in the tower and have them either choose to try to fight us and let our minions finish, or we'll finish. Quick kill on Braum. Good Amumu ult just to separate all of us. And here again, Ahri is just so mobile with her positioning. She can get she can really make sure she gets her true damage on her Q back. We just killed off 3 of them, looking to finish the match, and that's exactly what we do. Just a little bit of BM in their base real quick, and then we finish the game. But if you guys did enjoy this post-game commentary, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. I keep trying to say something and I keep beating around the bush. Do throw some suggestions down on what you'd like to see me play in the comment section. I'm really excited to play some of the champs that I've been getting so far. So that being said, I will see you guys next time. Thanks.